My name is Alan, and we are back with more notable names in Arab American history. Before we get into this episode, I want to go ahead and let you know there are two different ways to donate if you are so inclined to do so. I do have a Patreon, which is month to month. And I also have a coffee account, which can also work month to month, but it also can work for one-time payments or payments of lesser amounts. However, do not put yourself under financial stress just to donate. Life right now is so unsteady as it is. I appreciate thought. If you can, go ahead. I would enjoy it. I would treasure it, but I do not want you putting yourself under further duress just for me. Anyway, today we are going to look at a scientist who helped get the Apollo program going, since we recently just went back toward the moon. And this individual is Farouk El-Baz. He was born in 1938 in Zagazi, Egypt. I was about to say Germany for some reason. And has lived in Houston, Texas, Washington, D.C., Boston, Massachusetts. Was educated at Ain Shams University and Missouri University of Science and Technology. But yeah, was a lead geologist on NASA's Apollo missions, pioneered space photography to study Earth, and was a science advisor to President Anwar Sadat of Egypt. Had, it looks like, 4 children, and his titles and honors. Earned NASA's Apollo Achievement Award. Was an Exceptional Scientific Achievement Medal winner. Certificate of Merit of the World Aerospace Education Organization. Republic of Egypt Order of Merit. First class. Republic of Egypt Order of Merit First Class. Was the 1989 Outstanding Achievement Award for Egyptian American Organization. And 1991 Golden Door Award winner of the International Institute of Boston. So there's some of the awards and honors he's received. Let's hop over here to Boston University to see if we can learn a little more about him. He is professor of archaeology, ECE, and director for the Center of Remote Sensing. Director for the Center of Remote Sensing and research professor at the Departments of Archaeology and Electric and Computer Engineering, and associated faculty at the Department of Earth and Environment for Boston University in Boston, Massachusetts. He also serves as a faculty advisor to 2 Boston University student organizations, the 1001 Wells for Darfur and the Egyptian Club. I believe that Wells for Darfur is Africa. Other than that, I can't remember exactly. But, yeah. I'm wanting to say Somalia, but I could be well off the base on that. but I believe Darfur is an African city. Um, in 1986, he joined Boston University as a research professor and director of the Center of Remote Sensing to promote the use of space technology in the fields of archaeology, geography, and geology. Under his leadership, the center has grown to become a leading force in applications of remote sensing technology to environments around the world, and in 1997, NASA selected it as a center of excellence in remote sensing. The remote sensing and archaeology application of spaceborne data to groundwater exploration, use of space photography, and to define geological features, more of his honors and awards. But yeah, he's currently affiliated with the Archaeology Department and the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. So that's what ECE is. Now let's hop to Wikipedia. Born January 2nd, 1938 in Zagazi, Germany. Egypt. I keep wanting to say Germany. Egypt. Zagazi, Egypt. He is a dual citizen, Egyptian and American. Alma maters are Ain Shams University and Missouri University of Science and Technology. Known for his work on the Project Apollo. Worked with NASA and is currently under Boston University. Leading geologist on the program responsible for studying the geology of the moon, the selection of landing sites for the Apollo missions, and the training of astronauts in lunar observations and photography. Played a key role in the Apollo 11 moon landing mission and later Apollo missions. Came up with the idea of touchable moon rocks at a museum inspired by his childhood pilgrimage to Mecca, where he touched the black stone, which actually is thought to, in Islam, is believed to be sent down from the heavens, because we know it came down in a meteor, or it's believed it came down in a meteor, so yeah. He is married, has 4 daughters, 7 grandchildren. Senior advisor to Egypt's former president, Hosni Mubarak. Also a member of the Board of Trustees of the Geological Society of America Foundation in Boulder, Colorado, and a member of the Board of Directors of CRDF Global Civilian Research and Development Foundation. Was elected as a member of the U.S. National Academy of Engineering in Washington, D.C. in 2002 for selecting the landing sites for the Apollo missions and pioneering methods of discovering subsurface freshwater from space observations. Born January 2nd, 1938 in Zagazi, Egypt, which is part of the Sharqiya Governorate, to Muslim Egyptian parents. Family originally from the Nile Delta village of, I'm going to butcher this name, Tok El Aklam. So yeah, went to many schools. In 1958, he attended Ain Shams University. and in 61 received a Master of Science in Geology from the Missouri School of Mines and Metallurgy, now known as Missouri University of Science and Technology. In 62 to 63, he attended Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, and after that, in 1964, he attended Missouri University of Science and Technology, and in 2002, he attended Missouri University of Science and Technology again. So he's got his master's, and he attended a couple of universities. In 64, at the age of 26, he received a Doctor of Philosophy in Geology from the Missouri University of Science and Technology. So he did receive his doctorate after conducting research from 62 to 63 at MIT. So yeah, 78, appointed science advisor to Anwar Sadat of Egypt. Sadat awarded him the Egyptian Order of Merit First Class. He earned an honorary Doctor of Science from New England College, a professional degree from Missouri University of Science and Technology, honorary Doctorate of Philosophy from Mansoura University, earned a Doctorate of Laws from American University, and an honorary Doctorate of Engineering from Missouri University of Science and Technology. Postdoctorate period, taught geology at Asyut University in Egypt, 58 to 60, and Heidelberg University in Germany, 64 to 65. Joined the Pan American UAR Oil Company in 1966, where he participated in the discovery of El Morgan, the first offshore oil field in the Gulf of Suez. NASA period. He worked, as we've discussed, helping find water, how to landing spots, all that. So important, definitely, in the Apollo program. So pivotal was he to Apollo that in Tom Hanks' HBO TV series From Earth to the Moon, his role as an Apollo scientist and astronaut trainer was featured in a segment entitled The Brain of Farouk El-Baz, and a shuttlecraft named El-Baz soared through Star Trek The Next Generation. So yeah, he's definitely important in space travel history when it comes to the Apollo program era of NASA. So, see, post-Apollo program ended in 72. El-Baz joined the Smithsonian Institute, establishing and directing the Center for Earth and Planetary Studies at the National Air and Space Museum. At the same time, he was elected as a member of the Lunar Nomenclature Task Group of the International Astronomical Union. In the capacity, he continues to participate in naming features of the moon as revealed by lunar photographic missions. So, creator of this, um, Cydonia region of the moon, so on and so on. 1973, NASA selected him as a principal investigator of the Earth observations and photography experiment on the Apollo Soyuz test project, the first joint American-Soviet space mission in July 75. Emphasis placed on photographing arid environments, particularly the Great Sahara of North Africa and the Arabian Peninsula, in addition to other features of the ocean, Earth and its oceans. Emphasizing the study and origin of the evolution of arid landscapes, he collected data during visits to every major desert in the world. One of his significant journeys took place after the U.S. and China had normalized relations in 1979, when he coordinated the first visit by American scientists in the deserts of northwestern China. The 6-week journey was chronicled in the National Geographic and Explorer's Journal. His research on the origin and evolution of the desert resulted in his election as Fellow of the American Association for the Advancement of Science. In 1982, he joined Boston University. From 1982 until he joined Boston University in 1986, he was vice president of iTech Optical Systems of Lexington, Massachusetts, and during these years he supervised the utilization of the space shuttle's large format camera photographs. He was elected the Fellow of Geological Society of America, the World Academy of Sciences, and the National Academy of Engineering. In 1999, the Geological Society of America Foundation established the Farouk El-Baz Award for Desert Research to annually reward excellence in arid land studies. In 2007, the GSAF, Geological Society of America, also established the Farouk El-Baz Student Research Award to encourage desert research. He joined in April 2011 the Liberal Free Egyptians Party, founded by the telecommunications tycoon Naguib Sawiris. I probably butchered that name. But anyway, 2011. Remember, Arab Spring. There was a mood of a lot of revolution happening in countries like Egypt. So, yeah. Continued doing research and theories on desert areas. In a National Geographic documentary film in 2002, he proposed a new source for the shape of the pyramids at Giza. He believes that the ancient Egyptians chose to bury their dead in pyramid-shaped structures because they knew from the earlier nomadic life that monumental pyramidal landforms, which abound in the western desert of Egypt, evade erosion. So they're likely to erode much, much less. So interesting. Had a theory about the Kuwait River, which piqued interest of biblical scholars around the world, announcing that the paleo drainage from the Arabian Peninsula into the Persian Gulf the river once flowed across the deserts of Arabia and somehow connected with the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, which draws its evidence from satellite data sets, especially from the radar images taken during the 94 mission of Space Shuttle Endeavour. El-Baz studied the images and noticed that the traces of a defunct river emerged from Kuwait and crossed northern Arabia from west to east, where visible river and sands, thanks to ground penetrating radar capabilities of the radar technologies. He called it the Kuwait River, which is more popularly known as Wadi al-Batin, an extension of Wadi al-Rumah. The Wadi al-Batin river system would have been responsible for deposition of the Deeb-Deba Formation, familiar in an alluvial fan deposit, both morphologically and sedimentologically. This river system may have been active from 2500 to 3000 BC. I think what it is, there was supposed to be 4 rivers that led to the Garden of Eden, and it's believed, yes, 2 of them are the Tigris and Euphrates, but where are the other 2? Yeah, and it's found that, the Kuwait, what he named the Kuwait River may have been one of them. So, yeah, interesting. Talks about the awards and honors, his works that he's produced as far as books and papers and stuff. And references. Okay. Farouk El-Baz. Zagazig, Egypt. But this will go ahead and end this episode of Notable Names in Arab American History. As always, educate thyself. Think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite the sources, and it can't be trash sources like some tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy site or a list of BS. Yeah. Give decent sources. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.